Hello, and welcome to the Crawl.website, Black Boycott for the Week. Number 1, the Democratic and Republican parties. What has the Democratic and Republican parties done for the black community over a 20-year span? That would start in 1997 under the term of President Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, who is commonly referred to by the black community as the first black president, launched an all-out war on black men that saw the most incarcerations and imprisonments ever. His wife, Hillary Clinton, referred to black men as super predators. But as usual, the wood would be pulled over the black community's eyes and they would vote for Bill Clinton in force. The Solid South, or blacks usually vote Democratic, no matter how the candidate views them. Bill Clinton didn't do anything for the black community. I want you to keep that in mind. The Clintons, in my view, are an enemy of the black community, exploiting our votes for their gain. Let's move on to George W. Bush, the president that so swiftly, no he didn't really, responded to the dire needs of the black community down in New Orleans when Hurricane Katrina laid waste to our community. If that were a white community, the U.S. would have sent in all types of air trucks to ensure the white people were taken care of. But because we are subhuman in the white man's eyes, help did not swiftly come to the thousands of residents in need. Let's not forget those tax cuts he proposed. Republicans know that if you put a little money in a Negro's hand, they'll spend it. Give it right back to them, spurring the economy. We, as blacks, are so gullible for this move. And there is Barack Obama, the first true black president, sort of. If Obama had been a true black president, he would have made sweeping changes while he was in office to help the black community. As he was supposedly our champion, he did nothing for the black community at large. In fact, we actually suffered under the so-called first black president. The white establishment would have voted him out his second term for helping the black community. He did absolutely nothing to help our community, and yet we championed him for being the white man's pawn to do their bidding, not the black communities. After 8 years of Obama, now we have Donald Trump, a racist in true form given his history of disenfranchising the black community through housing and Donald Trump being sued successfully due to his racist nature. And do you believe there were still some members of the black community who jumped on board his bandwagon? There was Hillary Clinton, who I voted for, and then it came to me. Both of these people, as the presidents discussed earlier, cared nothing for the black community. Only your votes matter to them. Once your votes are counted, unless you have an ironclad signed document with their signature on what your elected official plans to do about issues in the black community, you are totally forgotten. No promises to follow through with anything that is the black agenda. So you ask, who do you vote for? If you vote, you get nothing. If you don't vote, you get nothing. I would say the most important voting are in your local communities. If we band together, we have a chance to make some changes locally rather than nationally by voting for a president. As for presidents, they do nothing for the black community at large but give sad speeches when one of us gets killed by a policeman. I know I am going against those people who came before me that fought so hard for the black community to vote, but I will use my right locally, not nationally. I release myself from the Democratic Party as a black man and will never ever vote Republican. I refuse to use my right to vote for someone that doesn't have my best interests at heart, who says good things on the campaign trail about what they're going to do, but when they get in office, they do absolutely nothing. When they lose, they do absolutely nothing for my community as well. Have you heard from Hillary since the campaign on anything doing with the black community? No, you haven't. It is a waste of time and effort to vote for Democrat or Republican. Use your God-given right to abstain from voting, because no change will ever happen with any president for the black community, because our agenda is not the agenda for the racist white majority we call the United States. Thank you for watching. Follow us on the Crawl.website, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google+. Upload businesses, careers, jobs for the black community. Let's stick together. We're strong together. We at the Crawl just don't talk. We take action.